everyone, it's Mrs. Wine, and welcome back to art class. Today, you will need a pencil, a white piece of paper, and something to color with. It could be crayons or markers or colored pencils. And today, we're going to be using the idea of cropping to create a snowman based on the book Snowman at Night. So remember, if you crop something, it means you're cutting the edge of that thing off with the edge of your paper. So you can decide whether you want your paper to go the long way or the tall way. I've already decided I want mine to go the long way. So the first thing I'm going to do is start with my snowman. But remember, I need to crop my snowman. So instead of having a small circle, a medium circle, and a big circle in the middle of my paper, I'm going to put that snowman off to the edge of my paper. And I'm going to draw just part of a giant circle for his head and part of a giant circle for his body. But you can see that I have cropped the snowman with the edge of my paper. Now, it doesn't matter if you make your snowman on this side of your paper or the other side. You decide. And then I have to think about what else am I going to have on my snowman. I think I'm going to add a hat on his head. I'll make it like a little toboggan hat. And I can add some stripes for the designs. Maybe a little tassel on top. Then I could add an eye. I think my snowman's going to be looking at the side. I'm going to give him a big carrot nose and some rocks or some coal for his mouth. Then I'm going to give my snowman a scarf. Maybe I'll make some stripes on the scarf to match the stripes on his hat. And here's part of the scarf hanging down. I want to draw softly with my pencil in case I make a mistake. And maybe here's the other part of his scarf. And maybe since I'm looking at the snowman from the side, maybe I can see just one of his arms coming up behind here. I'm going to make it look like, a wiggly tree branch. And you can make the arm look however you want. Now, I am finished with my cropped snowman. I have used the edge of the paper so that I can't see his whole body. I know he'd have another big circle down here at the bottom. Now I want to finish my artwork. So I have all of this space to use. And this is where I can use the element of space to help me finish my drawing. Remember, the element of space tells me that things that are big at the bottom are close to me or near. I want to add the ground, so maybe there's going to be a little hill over here. Maybe I could even add another hill in the background. So things that are big at the bottom are close. Things that are tiny at the top are far away. So maybe I could add, a tiny little cabin back here. Maybe my snowman is venturing out into the woods. And here's a little cabin with a little chimney with some smoke coming up. I can draw the logs. Anything you want. So I know that this is not a teeny tiny house. It just looks tiny because it's far away. Remember, I don't want to put a tiny little house way up here because then it would look like it's floating. It has to touch the ground. If I wanted to add another house, I'd have to add another hill for that house to go on. Or maybe I don't want that house there at all. Maybe I'm going to leave that space for my clouds. I can decide. Then I have more space to fill in. Maybe my snowman needs a friend. Maybe I could come over here and erase part of the ground. And maybe I could add another medium snowman. I'm going to give this snowman a different kind of hat. And here's its head. And the middle part of its body. And the bigger part of its body. So I've got a big snowman, a medium snowman. I could even add a tiny little snowman up here by my log cabin. So as the snowmen go further up, they go from big to medium to small. I don't want you to copy my drawing. I want to see what ideas you have, but I want you to do a cropped snowman and then think about what else you could add into your drawing to make it look interesting. The more you add, the more interesting your drawing will be. Then, when you're all the way finished, you can get some crayons and you can start to neatly add color to your drawing. Remember, when you're coloring, you start by tracing around the edges first. You go slowly around the edges to make sure you stay inside the lines, and you check for those tiny peekaboo spaces and you color them in. When you're all the way finished with your cropped snowman drawing, have a grown-up help you by taking a photo and sending that photo to me either on Dojo or in Google Classroom. I cannot wait to see your cropped snowman drawings. I'll finish mine and take a picture to share with you. I hope you have a wonderful week and keep on creating.